5 green. Turn the contrast down. Make sure things are in focus. Yeah. Brightness could be maybe up a twidge. Just a twidge.
A twidge.
A twidge.
Mm-hmm. And there we are.
Yeah.
We're doing benches. That's the kind of ad that we're going with today. The bench ad.
I can't wait. What's like a bench or a bunch?
A bench, like
a bench, like a seat,
like outside.
Ah,
yeah.
I was hoping what you meant was like there's 4 ads playing simultaneously in like quadrants on the screen. Because I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen.
Oh yeah, at some point.
Lucky bat. Ooh woo.
Beautiful. Crap, I hit mini player.
Oh,
What's
no.
going on? I hate this.
Needs my silver paint. Brian Rotzog, what's up, fellas? Hi.
Hello.
Not much. I'm painting. That's what's
I'm
up.
supporting. We're doing some supporting for some 3D printing, which is better than buying stuff, by the way.
It is. Yeah, we can all agree. Ooh. I was looking at some STLs today.
Ah. Are you allowed to say what they are?
Yeah, it was Star Wars Legion stuff.
Alternate
sculpts for Star Wars Legion.
I didn't know if it was a secret or not.
Nope.
What website were they on?
Oh god. I made a Google Doc of all of them. I don't remember. something studio. All of them are Adjective Studio. That's every company out there. Iron Wolf Studios, Howling Wolf Studios, Tippecanoe Studios,
EonsOfBattle Studios.
EonsOfBattle Studios. Brian Rocksock. Tornadoes all night, so I can't escape to my parents' shed.
Or my painting shed.
My painting shed. If it's too windy for you, it's too windy for your paints. Bring them inside. Kick the Bandit. Disliked and having a day of print failure.
You know what? I've been printing all day. Every single print came out perfectly.
So you're just rubbing it in.
Exactly.
Oops. Miles Hansen. Hey, friends. Hi. Yeah, the interesting the thing that makes Star Wars Legion so different than 40k, because 40k, everything you make is yours. It's you inventing it. I mean, you know, Games Workshop makes like the Lincoln Logs, but you assemble the thing. But with Star Wars Legion, it's almost it's in a way it's in a historical, or at least for me it is, because I'm trying to assemble things exactly how I feel like they were in the movies. And so, you know, and everything is monopose, which is great for the first time. The second time it's not as cool, this monopose, and then the third time I really want to try to find something else to represent these things. Some slight variation. Miles Hansen. I'm magnetizing a box of Tyranid Warriors. So many arms. Oh my god, Tyranid Warriors. I remember trying to assemble a Tyranid Warrior kill team, and literally, there's like 10 options per guy, and they all suck. It's ridiculous. AOTL Ting. Hey Jay, how you doing? Was wondering if one day you could do a quick tip on how to paint Salamander's armor and skin. For Salamander's armor, I'd probably go with green. For skin, I'd probably go with black and then a highlight of blue, because in the lore they have like incredibly black skin with bright red eyes because they've evolved on their planet. I don't know, called Lavanito or something. It's got a silly name. Yeah, that's probably what I do. Black, blue for a highlight, and then red eyes. Antonio, well, Legion could be a historical. It took place a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
That's true. I mean, I'm surprised you even like it then, if it's a historical. Well, there are lasers, so that makes it more fun.
There are lasers. Laser thords. I like a good laser thord. Andy Crimson, hiya, folks.
Miles Coleman, that's a beautiful bald head.
Yeah.
Bah. That's how I feel about today.
Yeah, for some reason today I did all the things that I usually do on the weekends.
That's weird.
It's almost like I was busy all weekend.
I wonder what you were busy doing.
Yeah. I wonder what released this weekend that I could have been working on.
Exactly. Who knows what we're talking about? I certainly don't.
Joaquin Costa, this model is so cool. I wish I had an army to use it in. It is a pretty dope model. I've heard of people using this for Skitarii or for Adeptus Mechanicus. You just get rid of all the culty stuff and you add on more robot stuff. I feel like it sort of works. It'd be hard to make this into a Space Marine.
Really? You think so? I thought it fit perfectly in my Space Marine army. They're called Gene Marines.
Yeah. Miles Hansen, what a nice model. Love your color choices. Nice. Oh yeah, it's been a journey to get here.
AOLTL ding. How do you usually keep yourself motivated all the time when making videos and painting? I'm more of a builder than a painter myself, so I always find it really difficult to sit in one spot painting.
It can be hard. I enjoy painting more than anyone should, so that helps. I really do like building, though. I really get into the zone when I'm building models. I really enjoy it. I have a giant-ass pile of shame, so I don't get to do it that much, because I really should be working on what I own. But, I don't know how I keep motivated. I think it's because I change it up so much. Like, for like 7 years, I painted nothing but Space Marines, and so now I just have a blast doing Genestealer cults, and Necrons, and Star Wars Legion, and random stuff, and kill teams. So, yeah, I think I just switching it up, and making projects small. Like, it's never happens where I paint more than, like, one box of things at a time. Like, I don't paint, like, I'm going to paint 50 orcs this week. Nope. Not going to do it.
Yeah.
I'll paint maybe 10.
I think the real burnout happens if you sit down and try to do the entire army at once.
Yeah. All of a sudden, you have to paint 50 boots before you're allowed to move on to anything else.
Yeah. Maybe breaking it down.
I really want to do a video on speed painting strategies and see if they're actually helpful or not. Because it could just be an enjoyment thing, but I always feel like I have more success when I just paint a thing than if I try to batch paint or do anything weird. All of these clever tips and tricks, ticks and dicks, flips and kicks, all these little tricks.
Interesting.
I want to find some sort of a unit that I'm really good at painting, and then paint it in a few different ways and time it, and then see if I've saved or wasted any time. Chicken Nugs, yo, what's up, my fellow Gazmanites? I mean, hello there. This is Commissar Chicky Bugs. Hello, Commissar Chicky Bugs.
Everyone's favorite commissar.
Antonio, I can see myself converting this into a Tau model. I think this could be a Tau really, really easy. I keep the base in green stuff, a Tau Fire Warrior on top. That's the kit bash. I feel like you could probably Tau this up. You could just change the foot into a hoof, and then just swap the head. I think Tau have 4 fingers, but I think you could probably just get away with it if you just painted it so that the hands weren't so like well detailed.
I'll tell on you if you do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kiss playing a good Warhammer World goodbye.
Miles Hansen, guys, how many games do you get in on a normal week? 1.
1.
Last week I only got 2. I played a game of Kill Team and I played a game of Star Wars Legion.
Mm-hmm.
But in general, we're pretty darn busy.
Oh boy, are we. Maybe if we're good boys, we'll get 2.
Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe with new Kill Team, we could get in a lot more.
That's true.
4 turns and simpler rules.
Mm-hmm. But we'll see.
Yeah. AOTL TNG, would you do a review on Tamiya Limonen cements someday and give your thoughts on it compared to regular extra thin cement? Is that the stuff that comes in the orange bottle? Because I've tried that stuff and I didn't love it. It was kind of like a gel version of the normal stuff, but it didn't like. What's great about sprue goo is it's just it's melted plastic, but the gel stuff is just normal plastic glue in a gel. So if you don't get a good connection, it's just going to evaporate. So I've tried that, if that's what that is.
My nickname is Sprue Goo.
Yeah. TC Gentry, Genestealer waifu. Pretty much.
I think that's what Games Workshop calls it, right?
Yeah, that's the official name on the website.
Yeah.
This Genestealer cult waifu comes on a 25mm base and is supplied unpainted and requires assembly.
Mm-hmm. Body pillow not included.
Oh yeah, that's a mail away.
Yep. Exactly. It's $500 from Games Workshop too.
Justin Grinnell tips. Just use your sponge technique for painting camouflage on a squad of intercessors for a new kill team. Thanks for the inspiration. Nice! I liked that video. It was fun. I had no idea if those things would work out.
And there you have it. People are using them, using those tips and tricks.
Mm-hmm. James Cameron Clark, I'm going to have to go back through the streams to see how you did that red. And evening/morning all. It's Games Workshop Corn Red and Games Workshop Evil Sun Scarlet. Just layered up.
You're so nice. You didn't make him go back.
Mm-hmm. Well, obviously, everyone who watches the streams has seen every video in our catalog.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and if they haven't, they should. Miles Hansen, do you prefer large-scale games or skirmish games? I think conceptually and maybe realistically, I like large-scale games, but I don't have the time to do them. And skirmishes are kind of just as much fun, but on a smaller scale. So I think I gotta go. And you can do 2 or 3 or 4 or 9. I think I gotta give it to skirmish, but I really do like large scale war games. I think they're neat.
I can tell you, I'm a little tired of them. It'd be fun. I think the problem that I always have with the giant ass games and stuff is I have orcs. So you just have to have a lot done. And it can be really, really fun. I've had so much fun with them, but they just really burned me out.
But I'm loving Star Wars Legion, which is it's a medium-sized, big old war game, and we played a game of Age of Sigmar, and it seemed really fun.
Oh yeah, love a good Age of Sigmar. And there we go.
AOTLTNG, there's an extra thin version of the Lamanen cement. It's just a little harder to find. Oh, so it's like the same sort of thing. It probably is the exact same thing because there's a lot of products like that. Browner man DMD tried new Kill Team. Haven't tried it yet, but I've familiarized myself with the rules, and I think I like every single change, which is basically everything. The only thing, some of the army building seems a little uninspired, because it's like some options are like, I'll never take that over the other thing, but other than that, everything looks great. And I love that they've added everything. Every body is different, because it used to be a Space Marine and an Orc were identical except for the save, and a Sister of Battle, an Eldar, a Tau, and a Guardsman were identical except for the armor save. But now it's like a Guardsman has 7 wounds, a Space Marine has 12, a Custodian has 18, an Orc has 10. And so you really, the body you have is almost more important than your gun, whereas in old Kill Team, everything was about how many good guns you can bring, or how many good weapons you can bring, because all the bodies are pretty much the same. 1 wound, 4 up save.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Canones, petition for Jay to only play Apocalypse games when we hit the Patreon goal.
Yeah! Once we get $20,000 a month on Patreon, nothing but Apocalypse games. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
There you go. Clip it. So you can hold us accountable. EJ95. I have a thought of something I would never do, which is play Warhammer under the condition that if your model is destroyed in game, you must then destroy it in real life.
I know the guys over at the Paint Bravely podcast, Goobertown and Casey, they talked about they kind of just came up on the fly with this game that used candy soldiers, and when one died, you'd eat it, which is kind of fun. That actually would be adorable. Like it's a little cardboard box that you get in the candy aisle, and there's a whole game you have to play so that you can eat your candy.
That would be pretty good. And very adorable.
AOTLTNG. Hey Jay, you can just call me AO. It helps everyone. TNG is actually my real life surname, and it's pronounced Turn, but with a G at the back. I think it's pronounced TNG because that's my favorite series of Star Trek.
Yeah, obviously.
Browner, DMD. The new White Dwarf is going to have add mech kill team rules. I think the compendium will be useless in a minute. Yes and no. I mean, I think unless you are committed to be on the cutting edge of new rules, I think whatever, like, most people are probably just going to use the compendium forever.
Yeah, probably.
Because, like, who's going to track down this White Dwarf so that they can take a gun that's not even good with their guitar?
You know, White Dwarf is free if you have Warhammer Plus.
Ah, that's true.
So maybe more people will be doing that.
A little incentive. A little kind of, sorta. That's true.
Kind of, sorta.
I wonder what the rules will look like, though. Because it seems like there's 2 different flavors of stratagems, and so I wonder if stratagems are going to be like the new thing they can give people to mess around with. Because it seems like there's already Skitarii. There's rules for both versions of Skitarii, the Rangers and the regular, and then you can take Ruststalkers, and that's it, which is good. God, if they come out with elites and commanders, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't think it'll help the game, and I think it'll also be super annoying if we have to buy another $50 book. I don't think they should do that.
Yep. Everything should be free. That's what I think.
Or at least contained in the same book like it used to be.
No, I like my idea. Everything's free.
AOTLTNG. Oh, is it? I didn't know that there was a TNG for Star Trek, in my honest opinion. But cool. I have thought of watching it, but there's so much to watch that I'm so lost. It's not honestly that bad. Star Trek, the original series, has like 109 episodes. And then Deep Space Nine has like 178 episodes. TNG has 178 episodes. And Voyager, I think, also has like 180 episodes. Each episode is like 45 minutes, so it's really not that much content to get through. Yeah, Star Trek is an incredible amount, and it feels incredibly slow by today's standards. Like, every episode, you're like, this could be a tight 25, but instead it's 45 minutes. I think that they should give Star Trek to like film majors and say, cut this down to 22. You have your footage, and you gotta tighten it up.
That'd be pretty funny. Sounds like a good idea.
Here's my Drakari Nightshade.
More like drunk Kari. Am I right?
Ooh. Browner man, ding dong. I thought the compendium was just vanilla. Not many options to build and specialists. Annoyed compendium didn't come with the 125-pound box I just bought. Yeah, the compendium. The compendium seems like it's a little bit like the when 7th edition. Yeah, the indexes. So it's a little bit of a holdover or a stopgap, a little bit. I bet, though, that the compendium is the final rules for the regular models, and then periodically they're going to come out with models like the Kill Team Octarius, Orcs, and Guard.
Yeah.
And what I bet what happens is they're going to use this as an opportunity to create new kits. Like, you know, there hasn't been a proper plastic kit for Orc Commandos, and now there is an amazing one. They didn't have Plastic Death Corp of Krieg, and now they have a really cool box of it. And so down the line, I could totally see them doing like a new Eldar box with all of the different options you could possibly think, and then that becomes the new Eldar Marines or something, or the regular Eldar troops.
Gold Eldar Marines.
Yeah. Because before, I bet they were running into problems because they kept releasing goddamn stuff, but it was nothing. Like, oh, here's a box of Ludas, and it comes with a barrel. This is a Kill Team product, I swear.
Yeah.
But now they can kind of kill two birds with one stone with every Kill Team release.
Yeah. It seems better. Seems like this is how it should have always been.
Brent Terry, how are you doing the gold on that staff? I started the base coat of brown, and then I dry brushed some Army Painter gold, and then I washed it with Agrax Earthshade, and then I dry brushed it again with a silver. And it gives a nice like tarnished gold.
Declan Russell, excited for 10th edition!
Yeah!
Brian Russell, yeah, I was also a little pissed the compendium wasn't included in my $200 box. Yeah. It's dumb. Yep. I have a civil suit against Games Workshop right now because of all of this. So don't you worry.
Yeah, it's tricky. I don't know. I don't like that it didn't come with the compendium. I feel like the compendium could have been part of the rule book if they really wanted it to be.
I think it should have been free.
Yeah, they could have made it an online thing, which would have been awesome.
I'm brave enough to say that.
Having it be its own goddamn book is really a pain in the butt. If it was maybe cheap.
Yeah, if it was cheap, I wouldn't.
Yeah, like if
it'd
it was
be okay.
Even if it was like Games Workshop cheap, like it's $20.
Yeah.
I could swing it. No big deal. But $50 for what? Nothing.
I mean, I would say Games Workshop cheap would be 45.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, if it was $45, we could make it work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. 44.99.
Yeah. Yeah. I just don't know. What are we doing here, folks? It's just very weird.
Brett Terry, gold looks wonderful. Do you start all gold with brown? Yeah, pretty much. I started all with kind of a darker brown because I used to start all my golds with like a dark yellow because that's what gold looks like. But the problem was then everything just looked like a bright, shiny gold, and there wasn't a lot of contrast. But if you start with dark brown, then the dark brown becomes your darkest shadows of the golds. Brian Rotzak, it's free if you know where to look. Exactly. But like, if it was cheap, I wouldn't have even been like, whatever, I'll get it. I'll just get it.
Yeah, because we've already found it.
Yeah,
But...
yeah, we already have it. I'm not getting it, but
just ridiculous.
Yeah, it seems like Games Workshop is not letting go of their book system anytime soon, which sucks because it's old and outdated and poopy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to use that kind of language on the stream. Yeah. But, sometimes I just get riled up.
We're going to lose all of our sponsors.
Yeah. Yeah, Ridgewall's going to pull the plug.
Yeah. And we all know Ridge Wallet is the wallet that everyone should have.
Declan Russell tips. Put this towards some Agrax Earthshade. Don't spend it all in one place. Nice. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Brown Airman, lots of plastic, a good chunky box. Just annoyed I have to buy another book if I want to play any other fractions.
Yeah.
The terrain looks badass. Like 90% of that box was full of terrain, which was awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, really, the only complaint has to be the compendium should be in the box.
Mm-hmm.
But that's pretty much it.
EJ95. There's a model from Games Workshop that you can get for $15 on the Games Workshop website. I think they have several models that are $15. I know my favorite is the 4-pack of Death Sigmar Glaive Wraith Stalkers. Gorgeous models. Then you get 4 of them for $15. I remember one time I suggested people get those models, and then someone left a comment like, "You can't tell me what to do."
Mm-hmm. Although, do you remember we got several photos from people?
We did,
like on Instagram, where they did it.
Yeah.
Where they went out and they bought it and they learned some stuff.
Oh yeah, if you're a 40k person, if you paint those, you'll learn something. They're very different from like 40k models.
Mm-hmm.
AOTLTNG, would you paint an HG Gundam or infantry model like the Cutter someday? I don't know, maybe. Probably not a Gundam, but I might paint like a Bandai Space Marine. I'm just not that into Gundam or mecha anime. But like I'll probably do other weird stuff. Like I found this weird model online. I found this Bandai Stormtrooper. I'm gonna paint it purple. Brent Terry, how are you doing that skin? I don't know. I don't give a fuck about how dumb Games Workshop is, but I do care about that skin. Oh god, this skin was so many different layers. It started out as beige red, light tan, dark brown, and magenta, and then I just layered those on back and forth to turn it into this, like a million coats of paint. It's all captured on these live streams. So if you want to watch these at 2 times speed and just see it happen before your eyes.
Although some of that was captured on the Patreon
That's
only
true.
stream.
I guess you're going to have to subscribe to our Patreon.
Oh, no. How horrible. What a wild world. Brownorama DMD. Still got some old lead models. The weight is nice. Kit bash back then was a real challenge. And so was living. Because of the lead.
Yeah, I know some people like the weight. I like the weight too, but it definitely ensures that if you ever drop that model, it is destroyed.
I think they should go back to lead.
I think they should too. John Albers, how do you not like anime mechs? You have a luxurious ponytail. Is that a thing for mecha anime? I mean, I bet I'd like it. I know Akira has been on my list forever. I just haven't gotten around to it.
Brent Terry, how do you attach the fig to the wood block?
Double stick tape. I got a roll of 3M double stick tape, and that's how I stick my models down. Declan Russell, you should really get your hands on the Necroborg General Grievous. He is too good not to paint. It is a great model from the company Wargames exclusive. I may have something planned with Wargames exclusive.
Oh my goodness. Nakama Shirley, what's up, electricians over bitches? That's me.
Dan F., what colors should I use to highlight black leather coats on Skitari? Gray. And then I would probably want to stipple on a little bit of brown here and there to make it look like maybe the black is cracking a little, and you can see some of the brown leather underneath.
Brownorama DMD. Other brands still use metal. Just bought some werewolves from Warlord Games. Guess it's not lead?
Yeah, it's probably pewter. Sometimes called white metal.
Kind of a racist name, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's a little problematic.
Yeah. We're going to cancel that.
Good.
Yeah, this is a safe space. Skypot Productions, Anime Tao, best Tao always.
Well, Tao are already anime inspired. USA Libertarian. Pure coincidence, Games Workshop legal. Exactly. Yazine Brown. I'm a noob. Was Tao specifically to made up that anime market, or is it a coincidence? No, it was to get in on the anime craze.
Brent Terry, back to the double stick tape. How long do you keep it taped down?
Until it's done being painted. Then I take it off the tape.
I'm gonna guess the next question is, how many times can you reuse the tape?
You can probably use it 2 or 3 times. I don't often get that many uses out of it, though, because that's only if you can keep it clean. And I usually... So, like, I've got this Rebel Trooper right here. And so I put him on the tape, and then I sprayed him. So right now, the only areas I could reuse are the dots under his feet. But, I mean, it's just a little tiny piece of tape. So I can stand to lose that much tape, a model.
I don't know. How can you afford it?
If you figured out... I have, like, primed models and then put them on the tape. And the tape's probably good for 2 or 3 minis before just the dust in the air and stuff makes the stickiness go away. I know. You could also use, like, a poster tack, and that would work, like, indefinitely. The only thing I didn't like about poster tack is it really holds on tight, and it won't hold on to, like, a tiny foot. Like, even her tiny feet would probably be fine on the double stick tape, but it would just fall off of poster tack.
Very interesting.
Scott Pride Productions, Shadow Sun, and Kitten must be made to remember Alpha Busa. Well, I don't think we need to remember him because he's still active and making videos. AOTLTG, what's your favorite kind of music to listen to when you're hobbying? Personally, I love lo-fi hip-hop. I like electronic, like Daft Punk. And I also really like silly stuff, like They Might Be Giants or Oingo Boingo.
I like death metal.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. Yeah, if they're not screaming, I don't know. Mr. Green just stripped my old metal dreadnought I painted over 15 years ago.
I know. I have 2 metal dreadnoughts. I think I have the old one that may be lead, and I have a pewter not Contemptor dreadnought. There's regular dreadnought. There's a venerable dreadnought. I have the pewtered venerable dreadnought, and they each weigh about a pound. It is kind of ridiculous. It is completely inappropriate for gaming. Daniel Bear, what glue do you use to glue the model to cork? Do you just use super glue? Yeah, I usually just use super glue. Her feet are so tiny that I decided to pin the model down just in case. So I drilled holes in her feet, and then I stuck in paper clips. And then I drilled holes in the base, and I stuck the paper clips through those holes in the base. And so now she should be like really, really well on there. So now when I drop her, she's probably going to break at the ankle. And I'm just going to throw it all away.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask. Do you think? Because I know you listen to a bunch of different things. Do you like what is the percentage of like music to YouTube videos to podcasts? Do you like mostly listen to music?
I think it's probably split right down the middle. Sometimes,
yeah.
Usually though, it'll be like a week of music or a week of podcasts or a week of YouTube. Like I don't have any sort of a schedule. I just float from thing to thing. And then stick with it until I run it right into the ground.
Right.
And I'm like, I have to get away from podcasts. But then I'll listen to 18 hours of Oingo Boingo, and I'm like, maybe something else. USA Libertarian, if you were ever attacked by a mountain lion, you could throw a metal dreadnought at him. Oh yeah, it would cause damage. John Alberts, same thing here. I'm painting 10 Argo flagellants skin in 10 different ways right now. Neat. I know, what's her face? YouTube painter. Dana Howell has a tutorial on painting different units from the Sisters of Battle skin, and she used a lot of glazes. And she talks about the uncanny valley and how it's really hard to paint human skin because your brain just decides if it's correct or not.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're like evolutionarily programmed to identify human faces.
Mm-hmm. John Albers watched it today and definitely inspired me to try some different stuff.
Nice.
Yassine Brown, you should put plastic tubes over all your models to protect them and call it like a force field or something.
Yeah.
There you go.
Scatbot Productions' old avatar of Kane is a pain to paint. I bet. I really want to get my hands on an old Nagash. That'd be really fun. I think though all of the Nagash models were destroyed in protest of how awful they were.
John Albers, you guys inspire me too. Don't get jelly. Too late. I'm already jealous.
Mm-hmm. Benjamin Reynolds. Wait, you mean you guys don't use tubes? Jacob Wilcox. Hey guys, quick question. I was thinking of doing a Techno E base scheme for my Necrons. I was thinking maybe perhaps a small cubes scattered on the base like Techno flooring, maybe? Thoughts, ideas? That sounds really cool. I don't know how you'd pull it off. Maybe find beads that are the shape of squares?
You know what this kind of reminds me of? Remember the base that you did with all of the pencils?
Oh yeah!
That would kind of work.
Yeah, that'd work.
God, I wish I knew what that was called.
Wasn't it called like a natural formation rocks thing?
Yeah, that's exactly what it's called.
Because that's a thing in nature. That little
Yep.
little geometric shapes are created.
It wasn't. Oh god, it was a long time ago. I think it was probably last year, right?
Yeah. Mr. Green, encase all of your minis in clear resin and they will never break when dropped. Good luck repainting, though. That's not a bad idea. People love resin pour videos.
It's true.
To an unhealthy degree.
That video is called "These Bases Are Number 2 Columnar Joint Rock Formations."
Yeah. I remember we had quite a time naming it.
Yeah, we did.
It was like, what? No one knows what a columnar is.
Exactly. So yeah, you could do that. You could do that as a base, maybe. Then I feel like that would kind of work with Necrons.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in the tutorial, they're painted green. Actually, you should 3D print your own bases. It's super easy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what someone would say.
Yeah.
Mr. Green, encase all your minis in clear resin, and they will never break when dropped. Good luck repainting them.
It's true. Parker Raymondo. I like the Custodes being gold, but is there a way to make them grimdark? Well, Custodes... I mean, I guess the way to make them grimdark would just probably be to put on some pretty heavy washes. Yeah, Custodes exist a little bit outside of the grimdark. Like, they're grimdark in concept more than, like, looking grimdark. But yeah, probably just lots of washes to bring their colors down and make their contrast more extreme. Parker Raymondo. All Custodes are gold, gold, gold. Zeranus. Dark oil washes, maybe? Maybe. I want to paint a bunch of custodians because I hear they're great in Kill Team. I want to only win.
Mm-hmm.
We all know winning is the most important thing when it comes to games.
Exactly.
Yeah, sometimes grimdark. I mean, grimdark is it's not a meaningless expression, but it mostly is because it means different things to different people.
It means grim dark.
Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm. It's very obvious and easy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we all know Games Workshop used to be grimdark, and now it isn't. Now it's for kids.
Yeah, the original Gash. Woof. Talk about grimdark.
Oh yeah. Chicken Wilcox, great. I'll check out those things. I'll check those things out, guys. Thanks. After I'm done doing my vegan diet, CrossFit, airbrushing, 3D printing, superior morning routine.
Is it keto friendly?
I'm gonna guess no, because it's vegan.
Is it paleo?
Benjamin Reynolds, I feel like dry brushing gives the grim dark effect.
Yeah, a little bit.
What if you dry brush with like pink?
I know people love Blanchitsu, which is usually, it seems to me like it's a yellow and brown palette, and everything is very kind of abstracted. And that seems to fit a lot of people's definition of grimdark. I kind of want to do a video on called "Everyone Gets Blanchitsu Wrong."
Basement Goblin, my dad is pretty grimdark. Kyle Sealy, did 40k actually coin the term grimdark with the tagline "In the grim darkness of the far future"?
Probably. I mean, grimdark is not usually used in Games Workshop publications, but yeah, Grim Darkness of the Far Future is published in every rule book of 40k. So it probably started out as a little bit of a joke term, or maybe a term just to explain something that was not real.
To explain it to your wife and your mom. Honey, it's grimdark.
Because really, what does that mean? It's grim, so like, I don't know, upsetting or sad, dark, absence of color, or absence of light. Like, it doesn't really mean much.
Yeah.
Chicken Nuggets, who got Blanchitsu wrong?
You did.
Browner Man DMD. Blanchitsu is the only artist allowed to Blanchitsu. Well, I think, isn't it David Blanche? Is the name of the artist?
No.
Benjamin Reynolds. Y'all, well, yeah, you know my toys are grim dark.
Exactly.
Chicken Nuggets. Ooh, got me.
Yeah. You got
Getting up there.
destroyed.
Game of Thrones is pretty grim dark. I agree. And I don't like Game of Thrones. I think there's too goddamn many characters, and I also think it's dumb.
Bam. Destroyed. And if you like it, you're dumb too, right? That's what you were
Yeah,
say.
I agree. No one is allowed to disagree with me. Kyle Seeley. John Blanche. Yeah. I really love his paintings, but I've only seen a few people pull off the, like, turning his paintings into miniatures. I think it's very hard. USA Libertarian. Game of Thrones equals soap opera with boobies. Yeah.
And it's not as cool as you would think.
No. Z Uranus. Maybe calling it dark fantasy in space would be too much of a sentence.
Probably.
Brownerama DMD. Game of Thrones is all build up with no payoff. That's what I heard. I didn't finish it. I don't remember how far I got. I think maybe season 4.
Jeez, that's kind of... Isn't that a lot?
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't even start it because I knew I wouldn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Chicken Hugs. You know what was pretty grim dark? Adventure Time was. Yeah, never watched Adventure Time.
Me either.
My God, I just cannot do anything with this knife.
Take it off the model, then you don't have to do anything.
That's true.
Just take the arm off, then you don't have to paint it. Makes
Yeah,
it a lot easier.
The show is a letdown, but the books are fantastic. I remember there was a hilarious one, because I watched the show so that I could argue with people at work. And my favorite moment was at because I stopped watching like in the first episode of the next season because I got annoyed. Because there's a moment where these people are running on our heroes are running on top of a castle, and they push somebody off and they fall off to their death because they're so high up, and then they're cornered. And so they look at each other and they hold hands and they walk up to the edge of the castle and they jump off, and that's it. And you're like, oh my God, they just died. Nope. Apparently I'm a big old dummy, because of course they just landed in snow and they're fine and they're just in the next season. But I'm like, didn't they telegraph exactly what was going on?
Yeah.
How come the one guy falls off and dies, but they fall off and are fine?
Yeah. Was that like the season finale?
Yeah.
So maybe they wanted you to think that they died.
Maybe. But then when I was talking about it with people at work, they're like, no, of course they didn't die. I'm like, wait, what do you mean of course they didn't die? Like, yeah, because they landed in snow. I'm like, the guy who died probably landed in snow.
Yeah. Lucky bad. You could have gone with Skull.
That's true, I could have. I liked the skull. It was a good skull. I also couldn't wrap my head around the fact that it's dramatic, like it's realistic, but it's unrealistic, and it's fantasy, but it's not fantasy. So like sometimes fantasy could get you out of things, but sometimes it can't. And some people have magic, but only when they have magic. And there's so goddamn many characters. The only person I knew was Peter Dinklage. And I don't know his character. I just remember Peter Dinklage.
I was gonna ask. What's his character name?
It's Peter Dinklage. Parker Raymondo. I saw a bronze copper armor with green patina by Frog of War, but I totally hate to copy something like that. Not copy away, steal anything. Anything I've ever done that you like the look of, take it. Win a competition, do anything. I don't care. I think it's perfectly fine to steal anything from anyone in terms of like painting. Like, don't steal their house, but but if purple and blue Space Marines looks really cool, take purple and blue Space Marines.
There's also like a lot of it's been done before.
Yeah.
So, and you don't know, they could have copied that from someone else.
Yeah, I mean, how many millions of people have painted, copper?
That's very true.
USA Return. I got the feeling that Game of Thrones was basically 95% whoa, olden days was hella grimdark. Yeah, no shit, got it. But also, like, that's, I feel like, why everyone loved Lord of the Rings so much, is because it's fake olden times, where olden times is fun, and you get to go on adventures with your friends.
Yeah.
And also, but it wasn't like you know, they really had like horrible things happen, mostly to women, but like they never had someone like stub their toe and die of an infection.
Yeah.
Like, so some stuff got to be fantasized, but some stuff didn't. It had to be realistic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, nobody gets a urinary tract infection and just drops dead. Like, Daniel Barrett, the show left out the best plot in the book. The pirate lord straps a bunch of magicians to his ship and sails it into a storm in order to become a Cthulhu-like god. That sounds pretty epic. I would have liked that. It also sounds like something. It sounds like something that would happen in Disenchantment.
It does. Benjamin Reynolds, are you saying you would have kept watching if more UTIs had happened?
Which one's a UTI? Oh yeah, yes, I would have. That's what I wanted in Walking with Zombies. No, Attack of the Zombies. The Walking Dead. Like those people get over the fall of humanity so fast. Like, you don't think there'd be anybody trying to figure out how to turn their phone back on, or trying to figure out how to poop, or like I think the show, like, having episodes about how do you survive, how do people who lived in a normal American society deal with being, you know, in a post-apocalyptic world, because they get over it so fast. Instantly, they know how to feed and clothe themselves and get fresh water, and instantly.
Or like, what if that was like the opener of the show? Of like, you know, like the first 5 minutes was showing those kind of moments.
Yeah.
And then it goes into the whatever.
Yeah, whatever soap opera drama is going on. Yeah. That's what I wanted to see.
Yeah.
But the show, like, the zombies almost never matter. It's all about what evil human our good humans have to defeat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wonder how many pooping episodes they could do.
I think there's room for pooping episodes. You know what? The second episode of a show called Last Man on Earth, which I think the pilot episodes, it has a 2-episode pilot, and I think the 2-episode pilot is one of the best apocalyptic things I've ever seen in my life. It's there's this guy, and he's the last man on Earth, and he's just hanging in there, but he's like a crazy guy, and he's just bowling in the street and living in a shopping cart and just rolling around doing anything he wants. And then he meets another person, the other last person on Earth, and it's Kristen Schaal. And if you don't know, she's a hilarious like comedy person. And the second episode is him teaching her how he poops, which is he cut a hole at the end of a diving board, and so he goes out and he poops into the pool. And Kristen Schaal's like, "That's disgusting. I'm not going to do that. And I'm going to figure out how to get the water working, and I'm going to poop like a person." And it's great. It's wonderful. The rest of the show is fine. They meet a lot more people, which kind of ruins the whole idea of Last Man on Earth. But, God, I don't know if it's still on Netflix or whatever. Last Man on Earth. Excellent pilot. Chicken Nugs! Zombies reminds me there is a series I meant to watch set in, for lack of a better knowledge in history, feudal Korea, but zombies have been infesting the kingdom. Need to watch it in October. Interesting. I like a good scary movie.
Speaking of scary movies, it's exactly 10 o'clock.
Yeah, it is.
Hot damn.
Well...
we had a video out on Monday, and we have a very special video out tomorrow.
Yeah, we do. Everyone's gonna go crazy.
Different. Oh yeah, it's gonna be very exciting to see what happens. So make sure you all watch it at 5 a.m. when it comes out.
Yes, absolutely.
Only 15 comments apiece. And we'll be back with another live stream at 9 p.m. Central tomorrow. So join us for that.
All right, everybody. Good night.
Good night.
And...